Hello. Another episode, Unfiltered podcast, coming to you Wednesday. This means July 13th, 2022. I want to react real quick to something. A little NFL talk, because we're getting closer to training camp. I think I think teams open up next week, maybe the week after, 2 weeks from now. Anyway, so the NFL talk's going to ratchet up a little bit here and there. I mean, we're in the middle of summer, so. So a list of NFL executives and players, recently, I think it was 50 of them combined, or whatever, 50 executives. I don't know how that was done, but basically a mix of executives and players actually ranked all the quarterbacks in the NFL entering the 2022 season. And I'm going to run off the list real quick to give you an idea what they have ranked. Number 1, Aaron Rodgers. 2, Patrick Mahomes. 3, Josh Allen. 4, Tom Brady. 5, Joe Burrow. 6, Matthew Stafford. 7, Justin Herbert. 8, Russell Wilson. 9, Deshaun Watson. And 10, Dak Prescott. Now, looking at this list, this complete, it's not a bad list at all. I actually, for the most part, agree. Now, I can haggle with order here and there. Like, I still put Mahomes number 1, but the gap between Mahomes and number 2 is a lot closer than it was probably last year for me. Obviously, Aaron Rodgers number 1. Look, the guy won two back-to-back MVPs. I get it. I can haggle over maybe Stafford be a little higher. Maybe, Deshaun Watson should be on the list at all because he missed the whole last year. Maybe, I don't know. But one glaring omission on this list for me is one, Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Ravens quarterback. And obviously, for a few years now, he's been the most complicated, most polarizing quarterback, and not based on behavior, it's based on play. Okay? Hardest guy to cover and how to analyze in the NFL. Probably NFL history, if we really be honest. I have a problem with Lamar Jackson being on the top 10. I think he's a top 10 quarterback. Now, if you want to put him number 10, I'm cool with that. A lot of folks have a hard time analyzing Lamar Jackson because he's not the prototype of a quarterback you would see like in a Tom Brady or like in a even in Russell Wilson, even in Deshaun Watson. Lamar Jackson is pretty much a very run-heavy quarterback. But here's what's true, though, about Lamar Jackson. He's a winner. He's been to the playoffs every year as a starter, other than last year, and last year only because he got hurt. And he actually is a decent thrower of the ball as well, too. So I wonder, a lot of people, and even me to some degree for years, have been stuck in this mindset that every quarterback should be a guy that's able to throw in the pocket, and that is it. And I get that. I get why it's hard to analyze Lamar Jackson. I totally get that. But we're also coming in an era now, we've been seeing for the last decade now, more mobile quarterbacks. Russell Wilson, for a while, Colin Kaepernick. Deshaun Watson's a mobile quarterback. You're seeing it more and more in this league. Kyler Murray, guys, and these are guys who are top 10 talent, or maybe on a cusp of top 10 talent. And I think a lot of Lamar stuff is uncomfortable because he's basically used like a running back in a lot of ways. Their offense is predicated in a run-heavy offense, and a lot of that running is done by Lamar Jackson. But here's what's true also, too. He's a winner. I'll say it again. He's a winner. We forgot last year that prior to his injury, that the Ravens were 8-3, number 1 in the AFC in a very competitive conference. And Lamar Jackson was, by all intents and purposes, was the lead dog for MVP last year. This is true. He was the leader of the clubhouse for MVP. I remember doing podcasts with Kyle Nash, and we discussed this. We said, who's the MVP right now through 11 weeks in the league, in a year? And we both agree, Lamar Jackson. Do more or less. 8-3, Ravens, 8-3. Number 1 in an AFC that was, at the time, was like 11, 12 deep of teams that were fighting playoff spots. And legit playoff teams. He gets hurt. He doesn't return for the season. The Ravens don't win another game. So again, I'm not sitting here saying that Lamar Jackson should be number 1 quarterback on the list. I'm not sitting here saying that he should be top 5. But for him to not be in your top 10 going into the year, based on what we've seen the last his entire career so far. The guy's a winner. He's a winner in a division that's arguably still the best division in football. The AFC North. So, again, I know it's complicated when it comes to judging Lamar Jackson. I totally get it. But we need to kind of let go of our own biases and how we see things. Yes, are there concerns about him, his longevity as a quarterback because he runs too much? Yes, I agree. But these players and executives got it wrong, man. Like, I would easily... Look, I like Dak Prescott. He's better than Dak Prescott at this point now. He's better than Dak Prescott at this point. Like, what are we doing here? You know, Dak Prescott's a top 12 guy. I'll give him that. But you're not going to tell me that he's better than Lamar Jackson. That's asinine to me at this point. Even with the top-heavy quarterback league we have now, Lamar deserves to be in the top 10. So these guys got it wrong. I don't know if it's the biasness. I know what it is. But, man, they got it wrong here. And I really hope, for the sake of Lamar Jackson, I hope he makes some equal. I'm now next year rooting for Lamar Jackson to at least get to the AFC title game just because of the disrespect that now even his peers have appeared now to applied here on this list.